Hello. Welcome to section 5.3. A little bit of odd problems. These are very easy problems, but they're just laying it out like it's so, elaborately done. It's, I don't know. But anyway, I will have done these in class already, I believe, but they're just looking for the coefficients of the terms. And we talked about terms in class, so I don't have to go over that again here. And what's the coefficient of 7x to the third power? And we know it to be 7 of the terms. I should write those terms up. Let me pause this for a minute. Okay, here it is for this. For this expression here, we have to fill in this table here. So they're looking for, here's the term, what's the coefficient of it? If the coefficient is -9, what's the term? And that would be in this box here, which is negative, the entire term is -9x squared. If I've got the term -6x to the 6th, the coefficient is -6. And what else we have here? The coefficient is 4, so the term there is 4x to the 5th. And the toughie here, if the term is -1, this last one here, what's the coefficient? And the coefficient would be -1. Okay, you can look at this as it being -1 x to the 0 power. But, x to the 0 power is 1. 1 times -1 is -1. So the coefficient would be -1. Okay, that's it for that table. Okay, this is example 2. Let me label that. Example 2. It's supposed to be a 2. And we want to identify the degree of each term of the trinomial. What's the degree of 12x to the 4? Well, the degree is 4. What's the degree of -7x? We know there's really a 1 there, so the degree of that term is 1. And the degree of the constant 3 is, it's like there's x to the 0 there. X to the 0 equals 1. 1 times 3 is 3. So the degree of a constant, just a number, is 0. Okay, easy enough. Okay, in this set of problems, this is practice problem 3, page 359. It says find the degree of each polynomial and tell whether the polynomial is a monomial, binomial, trinomial, or none of these. Alright, so let's find the degree of each of these. So let's start with the first one, the degree of this term. We find the degrees of the terms in the polynomial and then take the highest number. So the degree of this term here is 1, and the degree of this constant is 0. So this degree of this polynomial is 1, okay, and it is a binomial. I'll write under here, binomial, 2 terms. Okay, next B. Let's see, the degree of this term is 1. The degree of this second term is 6. The degree of this term is 4. And the degree of a constant is 0. So this has a degree of 6. And is it a monomial? No. Binomial? No. Trinomial? No. So it's none. None of these. Okay. And C, let's see, the degree of this term here is 2. The degree of this term is 1. This is 0. So we have a degree of 2. And this polynomial is a trinomial since it has 3 terms in it. All right, so let's just call it trinomial. Okay, that's all there is to it. Okay, example 5. A bunch of, read this over and you can see these problems are similar. And really the essence here is the above ground at the time t seconds is given by the polynomial. So they give you this polynomial here, expression, however you want to call it, and it says to find the height of the object when t equals 1 second and when t equals 6 seconds. So you're just going to replace the t. Actually, this should be t, not x. So let me see. That's a t. If that's a t, or you can say when x equals 1 or when x equals 6. This is, let me rewrite it here. So this should be negative 16 t to the second power plus the 592.1. Okay, that's what's happening here. So you replace the t with 1, and when you do, you end up with negative 16. 1 squared is 1. 1 times negative 16 is negative 16, plus the 592. I'll put it here, 592.1. This may be 0.0 if you like to line it up that way. Okay, so this is, you're going to subtract this, and what are you going to get? Let me switch it around here. I can't. 592.1 minus the 16.0, and I've got 1, bring my decimal down, 6, 8 from 1 is 7, 5. So after 1 second, that will be the height of the object. After 6 seconds, let's do that one now. So it's going to be negative 16, and t is 6 squared plus this 592. 592.1. All right, so now we've got this here of negative 16 times 36. Okay, put it like that's what 6 squared is, plus the 592.1. And now what is this multiplied together? Okay, that's going to be negative 576 plus the 592.1. So the height is going to be these two added together, and then that's plus 592.1, which gives you 16.1 feet. That would be. Okay, and that's how you do those. These stories here will change, but in essence it's the expression here that is really what you're looking for to do. To grab out and to substitute your values for. Okay. Okay, practice problems 6 through 10, page 360. I think we've basically done this. Now the variables are raised to different powers other than 1, but we combine all our like terms. So negative 6y plus 8y is 2y. Okay, done with that. Here I want to combine my like terms, so I've got 14y squared minus 10y squared. 14 minus 10 is 4y squared. And then what's next? The 3 minus the 9, which is negative 6. Okay, that's combined and done with that. We cannot combine unlike terms, remember that. 7x to the third plus 1x to the third is 8x to the third. Number 9, 23x squared. I don't have another one, so it's going to be part of my answer, 23x squared. I've got minus x, so that's going to be minus 7x, and then the minus 15. Simplified, cannot combine any other like terms. One more down here. Let's try this one with fractions in it. So I've got 2/7 x cubed minus 1/2 x cubed. So over here on the side, I'm going to say 2/7, and that's going to be minus 1/2. Taking the coefficients, I know it's an x third. I can put the x to the third here and put in the coefficient when I'm done figuring this out. Negative 3/14 x cubed. Okay, so then I've got what? Negative 1/4 x plus 3/8 x. Okay, another little sidebar over here. Negative 1/4, and that's going to be plus 3/8. 4 times 8 is 32. 8 times negative 1 is negative 8. This negative goes with the 1. Negative 8 plus 12. The 4 times 3. Negative 8 plus 12 is 4. 4/32 simplifies to be 4 goes into 4 once, and 4 goes into 32 8 times. So this is going to be positive plus 1/8x. And finally, I've got a 2 right here in the middle. This 2 is my constant, plus 2. And we're done with that. Careful with the fractions. Practice adding and subtracting them. If you're not familiar with it, or not got to get that down, in other words, when you go into 110. Okay. Okay, here we go with an interesting problem. Write a polynomial that describes the total area of the squares and rectangles shown below, then simplify the polynomial. So to describe the total area, that means figure out these are squares and rectangles. So I have to determine what is the area of these rectangles. So remember, the area is the length times the width. So this would be x times x, which is x squared. And then I'm going to add these together. The area of this second one is 3 times x, which is 3x. This little box is 3 times 3, so the area of this little box is 9. 4 times x is 4x. And 2x times x is 2x to the second power. Okay. And now we got to combine our like terms. So here I've got x squared with 2x squared, so that's going to give me 3x squared. 3x plus 4x is plus 7x, and then plus the 9. And that's the polynomial we're looking for, adding up these squares. Okay, that's it, I think. Indeed it is. So, until next time, have a great night.